Moving on to the Ravens, AFC North. They finished 11-5 this year. Again, another team that made it to the wild card round. They ended up losing to the Titans. Really bright future for the Ravens. Obviously, a stellar defense that has really carried their team for the last really decade. Since Ray Lewis has came into the league for them, their defense has been their conversation piece for, again, the last 1 or 2 decades. So really, and looking at their offense as well, they have a lot of weapons. Ingram just left. J.K. Dobbins is probably going to step into that number one role, and he's an amazing running back out of Ohio State. So I don't see that being an issue for him to pick up that number one role and be effective with it. Again, Lamar Jackson, um, kind of the epitome of what the NFL is turning into nowadays with quarterbacks coming out of college. Rarely do you see your 6'7", 220, 230-pound, big body quarterback who's just an absolute gunslinger, stands in the pocket, kind of like a Big Ben. Um, it's turning more to a lot of your smaller quarterbacks like Russell Wilson, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson again. Um, which is fine. The NFL is adapting that way, and all these smaller guys can sling the ball too. It's just that I don't know if it's a height issue or if it's just an arm issue, but the Ravens were one of the worst passing teams in the NFL this past year. So if they can find a way to draw up better plays and schemes for Lamar Jackson to be able to pass the ball more so that he's not always running, maybe it's a reading issue. Maybe he just has to give it 1 to 2 seconds longer to read the play so that he can get the ball out. He could just be looking at his first read, seeing it's not there, and taking off running. Obviously, I'm not in that organization and don't know, but that could be something that's going on there. But again, really bright future for the Ravens at 11-5 this year. I can see them improving off of that. I'm going to say they go 12-4 next year.